anything but you. Dear, I feel we're facing a problem. You love me no longer, I know, and maybe there is nothing that I can do to make you do. Mama tells me I shouldn't bother, that I ought to stick to another man, a man that surely deserves me, but I think you do. So I cry and I pray and I beg, love me, say that you love me, fool me, go on and fool me, love me, pretend that you love me, leave me, just say that you need me. So I cry and I beg for you to love me, say that you love me, leave me, just say that you need me. I can't care about anything but you. Lately I have desperately pondered, spending my nights awake, and I wonder what I could have done in another way to make you stay. Reason will not lead to solution, I will end up lost in confusion. I don't care if you really care, as long as you don't go. So I cry and I pray and I beg, love me, say that you love me,
and welcome to Daywave. Tuesday show for you. We're still standing. I'm still standing. I'm here, gonna put on another show for you, and then another show, and then followed by another show, and then another show, and over and over and over until we get deplatformed and or we die, whichever comes first. Place your bets. We're here, guys. Well, I'm here. Well, we're here because you're here too. We're here. And that's Pamplemousse, which I've been enjoying lately. Pretty cool covers. Power of Love, Huey Lewis in the News. Probably one of my top 3 Huey Lewis songs. I've had to guess. Hi, everybody. Hello. We're good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. So yeah, yesterday we talked about some of the funniest episodes, and I will say some people had some good points later on when I read the chat. I thought it was, Dinner Party from The Office, but, at least 2 Always Sunny episodes come to mind there too. But also, let's not forget South Park. I kind of feel like people brought that up to me. This is, how can you not mention South Park? South Park, of course, has some of the best and funniest episodes of TV of all time. And yeah, A.G. Luck, man, he beat me by 0.15 points in the fantasy league. 0.15 points. Bullshit. Never get deplatformed. We love you all too much. I hear you, but I don't think that's going to be up to us. I don't want to get deplatformed, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's what I tell you. D-Live. Follow us on D-Live. There's a whole bunch of other places to fucking catch our shit in case the inevitable does happen. Shut up. It's morning. I'm allowed to yawn. You yawn. You sit there drinking your coffee and you're yawning. I get a yawn. I won't. I'll do my best not to. How about that? I won't. Clone High is fucking great. But I don't think I would put any of the episodes in the top anything. They're hilarious, and Clone High is one of my favorite shows. But we're not talking about best shows or funniest shows. I guess we're talking about funniest episodes. I don't think The Office is the funniest show. It is very funny, but I don't think it's the funniest show. But I think they have the funniest episode. Yeah, yawns are contagious. Hope you guys are having. Everyone gets a yawn. You get a yawn. You get a yawn. Everybody gets a yawn. And Cop Rock was a serious show. I'll have you know. It's not something to mock. It's not something to make fun of. Why was your Sunday night shit show removed from YouTube, Frozen? For what grounds? Was it copyright? What was it? Mitch, nice hat, dumbass. You're not Batman. You're not fooling any of us. All right, first off, think about this. If I was Batman, I just fooled you. See? How you like that? And this Batman Beyond, okay, I'll have you know. Mitch, violence. Violence, what violence of what? Oh, because of the murder? Did you get a strike? Did you get a strike because of the murder that you showed? Because if I had to guess, I would say it was the murder that you showed. Thank you. Zen Ryan, I'm not saying Royce is Batman. I've never seen Royce and Batman in the same room at the same time. That is correct. And if you're wondering, Royce is chunky. How does he fit in the Batman suit? Spanx. I wear Spanx. All right? Oh, it was the murders. See, I was the murders. So did you get a strike? What normie hours? I do. I kind of do normie hours. I fall asleep since 3. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Who cares anymore? Everything's dying. All these platforms are dying. Eventually, they're gonna take us all. Just a warning. Oh, you got a warning. All right. Well, that's right. They do give you a warning at first, but then they tell you, but if you do it again, that's gonna be a strike. Was it a manual thing, or did the algorithm pick it up? I'm gonna assume the algorithm picked it up. Usually on videos like that, it's the algorithm that grabs it. The warning strikes so early in your career. That's a good point. 90 days, it goes away. You just have to be good for 90 days. So let's see. It's a Sunday show. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. You do 12 more episodes and be good. 12 more episodes and it'll be good. You're right. Royce Terry McGinnis, 30 years after being Batman. It's not an easy job. Guys, it's not an easy job. All right? All right? Yeah, virtual probation. You could appeal it. I would say it wouldn't even hurt to just try and be like you were providing commentary on blah, blah, blah. You never know. That would be my guess. That would be my. Shut up. That would be my advice to you, because it's not a hate speech thing or anything. So the worst they'll do is they'll tell you, no, we're going to uphold it, but it's worth trying. And also, fucking take up their resources. Take up their resources. And that's a good point. Like, you were playing videos that were already on YouTube. On your appeal, I would also say that I would say I was playing videos that were already on YouTube. I would absolutely appeal that. Because it's like, they get you in trouble for playing something that they already have on their platform. If you call me, that's double jeopardy with Ashley Judd. It's like you killed somebody on a boat. I don't know how double jeopardy works. Then it turns out at the end that then she could kill the guy because it's double jeopardy. I don't know. The movie was weird. Morgan Freeman was in it. Ashley Judd was still attractive and not a fucking complete psychopath. I watch a lot of movies. It was HBO, man. It was because I had HBO when I was younger in the house, and it was just on the TV. It's a lot of dumb movies, which we have to work on. I am never doing a Barbarian Brothers movie again, by the way. I won't do it. I won't. That was like, I like bad movies that are fucking bad, but they're funny. Like, that was terrible. Like, you know, it was a good riff, I think, but it was really hard. I need something different. Maybe some TV show. I don't know. Like, I think my most fun to riff was probably Quantum Leap, with Suburban Commando being a close second. But I'll figure it out. Is there any other Barbarian? Yeah, there's like 3 more Barbarian Brothers movies. There's the Barbarian Brothers, which is the name of their first movie. There's Think Big, and then there's... I forget. Double Trouble. Double Trouble. Oh, Birdemic. Yeah, Birdemic was fun. I was thinking of... wasn't there a movie where, like, Vin Diesel was a babysitter? The Pacifier.
Let's see if the algorithm picks up how aesthetic this is today.
Okay, let's see.
Gross. Looking very Jewish. Looking very aesthetic. Okay. Looking very gross. Looking very Jewish. Looking very aesthetic.
Is that Sarah Weinshank?
That looks Sarah.
Looking very gross.
Is that it? Sarah, right? Sarah Wynn?
That's Sarah Weinshank. No, Reno 911's a good movie. We can't watch good movies. You know that. Pink Flamingo. I don't like any of those John Waters movies. They're so gay. And I'm not saying that, like, they're literally very gay movies. Gay people love John Waters movies. Battery. Have I ever heard of Batteries Not Included? That movie was the fucking jam. Little Robots. Yeah, I know of Batteries Not Included. The Bicycle Man episode of Different Strokes. I could, but then I would need to do a couple more, because that's not long enough. I'll probably need to do like one more. I got it. We could do the Bicycle Man episode of Different Strokes and maybe like the weed or the caffeine pill episode of Saved by the Bell. Like, we could do that. That would be fun. Yeah, but Batteries Not Included was the fuck. What a great movie. I really liked it. Short Circuit's good. Short Circuit 2 is better. Ooh, that would be a fun one to do. Short Circuit 2 is better, in my opinion. You know, whenever I do this, whenever we sit around and we fart around and we talk about movies, sometimes there's people that go, entire show, you just talked to me. Yeah, I'm having fun with my friends, with my internet friends. Okay, Mom? You're not my real dad. Jack and Jill. Ooh, Jack and Jill. That's a rough one because I try not to do ones that are already comedies, but was that really a comedy? Con Air. Oh, it's another good one. God damn it, there's so many. That's a good thing. There's plenty of Fridays for all these movies, so we'll figure it out. I mean, we're still Tuesday. We're still early in the week. No, you know what? I take that back because I was thinking about my favorite riffs. I forgot. I think now The Substitute was my favorite riff because I forgot we did The Substitute. The Substitute was definitely my favorite riff. The Birdemic one was good, but I don't like to count that one because Riff Tracks already did it, and, you know, it's kind of like, what are you going to do? The Quantum Leap one for me was very fun because I enjoyed Quantum Leap, but I honestly think The Substitute, and that was Mitch's recommendation, I think The Substitute was my favorite. I mean, we've done so many now. I've forgotten how many we've done. Dude, The Substitute was great. That was one of my more fun ones. I agree. Those people who talk about old movies being boring. Let's talk about my favorite cereal. I mean, if you want to. If you want to, I will. And the answer is probably not the current batch of Cookie Crisp, but 80s and 90s Cookie Crisp. Yeah, and I'm going to say that The Substitute had to be one of my favorite ones. American Ninja's good. Surf Ninjas would be another good one. Major League 3, Back of the Mind. You know, okay, I'm going to use an unpopular statement. So everybody loves Major League. Everybody loves Major League. And Major League is a good movie. It's a very good movie. And I've talked about this before, movies that I think the sequels are better. Well, you could add Major League 2 to that list. I think Major League 2, even though it was rated PG-13, I know, get your head out of like, it wasn't rated R, so it's not cool. Forget that for a second. Major League 2 was better than the first Major League. Yeah, I said it, and I'm not taking it back. Just like Gremlins 2 was better than the first Gremlins, just like Short Circuit 2 was better than the first Short Circuit. I've never seen Major League, only Major League 2. You want to know why that is, Mitch? Because Major League 1 was rated R, Major League 2 was rated PG-13. So Major League 2 was on like Comedy Central a lot, and it was again, remember HBO and Showtime had Major League 2. I've seen Major League 2 an obscene amount of times, and not because I've like gone out of my way to watch it. It was just on a lot when I was younger. It was on a lot. It's not blasphemy. Fuck you. I'll fight you all. Major League 2 is better. I didn't have cable. We had it on VHS. But I had a lot of Disney movies on VHS, but I really didn't even watch. I watched, again, a lot of HBO. Gremlins to the New Batch is fucking fantastic. I don't care what anybody says. Hot Shots Part 2, was it better than 1? It might. You know what? It might be. It might be. A little bit. That's my dinner impression. They had an edited version of Major League on Turner. Yeah, that was up. But even still, like, I know they did, but 2 was better. Like, it just was. In my opinion. Hot Sauce Part 2. See, there you go. I would love to make a long list of movies where the sequels was better. I think that would be here. Movies. I'm sure somebody's made a list. It's probably terrible. But we'll check it out. All right, well, here's a good one. The Dark Knight was better than Batman Begins. So there you go. That's a good one. Terminator 2, obviously, we already said that one. Lord of the Rings. I don't count Lord of the Rings because all the Lord of the Rings movies are just. It wasn't like a sequel or two different movies with different plots. Lord of the Rings was just one really long movie, you know? All of them together is just like one fucking. And again, I know this is not popular. I didn't really like Lord of the Rings. I don't care about that. Overrated. Godfather Part 2, obviously, that was an easy one. Some people are saying Aliens is better than Alien. I don't know, man. I really like Aliens, but I think Alien is still better because it has more of a horror vibe. Cousin Joe needs 60 subs to 1,000. Yeah, but what's the point? What's the point? He doesn't even listen to my show anymore. Why am I even helping him? Lord of the Rings doesn't count as a trilogy. Well, it's not even that it's a trilogy. It's one long movie. Star Trek True Wrath of Khan. I don't think that counts because it was a TV show for really long. That's a little. I don't know. I think that's different. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. What was that a sequel to? I'm sure one of you will tell me. Mad Max 2. Yes, Mad Max 2 was better than the first Mad Max. 100%. Evil Dead 2, yeah, I would say it was better. Was Spider-Man 2 better than Spider-Man 1? Yeah, it was. Dr. Octopus, I think I would agree. Born Supremacy, does that count? Like, those are like John Wick, and I love John. I do actually love John Wick movies, but which by the way, I say by the way so much, but they are making, if you watch the John Wick movies, they've just given a straight-to-series spin-off of them called The Continental, the hotel that John Wick goes to, the Hitman Hotel. It's going to be on Stars, from what I read. So the John Wick movies are getting a TV show, which is really weird. You know, not John Wick isn't going to be in the movies, but the TV show is going to be The Continental, which is a pretty cool. If you watch the John Wick movies, you know what I'm talking about, that Continental Hotel where all the fucking hitmen stay and stuff. That might be good. I think it has the same dude from John Wick and the American Gods, whatever his name is. Yeah, you know what? I have seen the El Camino trailer, but I you know, I'll watch it with you guys here in a little bit. I think that's good because I mean, look. Let me ask the question. Let me ask a question here. Has anybody watching this right now, and even if you're watching later via replay, I'm really curious to get a feel out there. Have any of you not seen Breaking Bad? I don't want to be like the people with and I've watched The Wire, but you know, the people you have to watch The Wire, you have to watch The Wire. But again, just a recommendation. I would recommend, if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, to watch Breaking Bad. Never watched it. Dude Meth. Well, Dude Meth's a little different than Dude Weed. First season only. Why? Oh my God. I stopped watching after the third season. Why? I've never seen Game of Thrones. I don't care about Game of Thrones. I'm asking Breaking Bad. Nope. Never had the time. I went through Breaking Bad recently. Gets better. I've watched from beginning to end. I've probably watched Breaking Bad 3 to 4 times. 3 to 4 times. I stopped watching after the last. Well, that doesn't count. I like American Gods. I think it's good. It gets a little SJW preachy sometimes, but it's a good show. It's not the best show, but it's all right. It's good. It's a good watch. I fucking hate the wife. She ruins it. Well, yeah, Skylar's the worst. Trust me. I screamed at Skylar many times, but well, look. Why don't you do yourself a favor? It's all on Netflix, right? And I would watch it. It's a great show. It's a great show. I've seen every episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. except the finale. Why? I would Marie. You think Marie was worse than Skylar? Nah, I think Skylar overall was worse than Marie. Marie was just a ditzy dumb bitch that always wore purple. I think Skylar was worse. But anyway, watch Breaking Bad. What the fuck else better do you have to do? I guess, you know, besides watching us. But after that, what the hell else better do you have to do? Seriously. Just watch Breaking Bad. I would absolutely recommend it. And Better Call Saul, which again, okay, this is another one that might fall into the whole sequel thing. Better Call Saul, in my opinion, and I know this is not popular, and I understand, and I get beat up a lot for it, and I know. But season for season, I think Better Call Saul is actually better than Breaking Bad, where it was season for season. Like it's going into season 4. Comparing season 3 to season 3, I think that Better Call Saul is better. Ozarks is great too. I have maps to make. I don't have time for old TV shows. Well, Mitch, if you made me a commercial, maybe we'd sell some of your maps. That's a fairly popular. I didn't know that because every time I say that, people go, "Oh, it's not better than Breaking Bad." I don't know. Better Call Saul's great. I'm a big fan of Bob Odenkirk. Better Call Saul's writing's better, but it's unfair because Breaking Bad had to make the universe. Yeah, I said that before. It is unfair because Breaking Bad did have to make the universe, but still. Sons of Anarchy is good. The last season is terrible. Boardwalk Empire was great beginning to end. Yeah, I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Boardwalk Empire to me was great beginning to end. Let's here. This is the El Camino trailer. It's coming out. So this is the reason why Better Call Saul is not coming out till 2020. Because Vince Gilligan was making this movie, El Camino. It's a direct-to-Netflix movie, which you would think would be on AMC, but no, it's a direct-to-Netflix movie taking place right after the end of Breaking Bad.
I don't know what to tell you. I ain't said like 500 times already. I have no idea where he is. Don't know where he's headed either. North, south, west, east, Mexico, the moon. I don't have a clue. But yo, even if I did, who wouldn't tell you? Because I've been watching the news, same as everybody else. I seen that little cage of his they kept him in.
Man, Skinny Pete's aged.
I heard about what all they did to him to make sure he kept cooking. So sorry. I don't know what to tell you. No way I'm helping you people put Jesse Pinkman back inside a cage.
Comes out really soon, too, in a month. We'll see. Skinny Pete looking very meth head. The only problem with me with the Breaking Bad show with all the meth heads was, since all the meth heads were obviously played by legit actors, their teeth are always great. And that's that. Look, man, they do really good with the skin and with the makeup and making them look like really methy. I'm not going to lie, they do. But they had great skin. Teeth, terrible skin, great teeth, just amazing teeth, which to me was weird. Yeah, I've talked to The Boys is one of the fucking best news shows, and everyone that I've said that I told to watch it has loved it. I think The Boys is one of the fucking best news shows out there, and I mean, really, really, really good. I'd recommend watching it. Season 2 is already being filmed. I would definitely recommend watching The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime, and let's face it, everybody has Amazon Prime. You know, I mean, who doesn't have Amazon? You got to give it to Amazon, and, you know, I mean, they're pieces of shit in a lot of things, but you got to give it to Amazon. They had a built-in fan base. They had a built-in customer. That built-in customers, because everybody has Prime to deliver stuff, and they figure, start making shows, man. We're giving it to them for free. Well, not for free, but you're paying for it. People are going to watch it anyway, right? Yeah, The Boys is fantastic. They should have just had Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's not going to do a TV show. Are you kidding me? Anyway, he's fucking trying not to lose his ass to Amber Heard. I gave up on Amazon and started going out to shop. Yeah, that sounds great. But no, maybe for clothes and shoes and stuff, obviously. But everything else, I'm going to go fucking Best Buy. Amazon doesn't put out a lot of content out, but damn, they have some great stuff. Grand Tour, you're right. Grand Tour, another one. Even if you don't like cars, you know, it's not just it's Grand Tour. It's the Top Gear guys. It's just a good show. It's Marie watches it with me, and she loves it. She doesn't like cars. Jack Ryan, fantastic. The Boys, amazing. Marvelous Miss Maisel, I've only seen through season 1, Mitch. I haven't seen season 2. It's all right. It gets a little, SJW, but I don't know, man. I know that in a couple months here, was in November, is when Disney Plus is coming out. Netflix is going to have a problem, and Netflix is starting to have some legit competition. It was funny because yesterday I was watching the football game. I did notice political SJW shit in the boys that put what was SJW about? I'm trying to really think. What was political SJW stuff about the boys? I didn't really see, maybe a couple things. I didn't really see much. I really didn't see much. The Man in the High Castle's first season is fantastic. The other seasons after that, when you started getting into fucking sci-fi shit, I checked out. I'm like, man, this is a really cool concept and all that, but I checked out. I fucking checked out. I couldn't, I like Jeremy Clarkson. I don't care that he punches people and is crazy. I still like him. Do any actors annoy me so much that I can't see their movies? Not really. Like, I'm not.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Canadian content check.
Oh, fuck. That's right. 35% of the show has to be Canadian content now because we have Canadian listeners. Oh, come on. What is this one?
Young woman child.
What was that? 13 reasons was why switch from teen suicide to teen abortion. Well, what's the difference? Well, I guess one's murder, probably. Disney Plus is going to have everything that Disney owns, Simpsons, Fox. I mean, it's going to be all Disney Plus. It's going to include all the new Marvel TV shows, and I think at $12 you also get Hulu and ESPN. But anyway, I was watching the game yesterday, Monday Night Football, the first of the 2 Monday Night Footballs, and I saw that YouTube was running commercials. YouTube TV was running commercials on ESPN, which to me is funny that YouTube is now running commercials on TV. It was to plug that YouTube TV thing where, you could basically, YouTube is just becoming a cable provider where you could buy channels a la carte, I guess is the best way to say it. What does the bishop say? But it's terrible. Oh, okay. You know what I'll do? It's okay. Here, I think, as a matter of fact, let's see here. I believe, and you could thank CTH Liberty for this. So everybody thanks CTH Liberty. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
There's one sound that no one knows. What does the bishop say? Church, 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 church. What does the bishop say?
Work, 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 work.
What does the bishop say?
Talk, 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 talk.
What does the bishop say?
Re 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 re.
What does the bishop say?
Huh? I'm glad you're singing it every day. And you know what song I've been singing? And I've been singing it a lot. I'll tell you what song I have been singing a lot and doing the stupid dance for no reason is of course, the new palate cleanser.
You took me by the hand, made me a man that one night.
See? See? I'm really annoying. Ooh. All right. Let's see. I did that. There we go. All right. You know what? We're in a little nostalgia trip anyway, so let's go through some of these. These are always fun. I know, guys. Let's see what they took from us. 90s commercials.
It is one of my most prized possessions. I love the firm. What would you pay to look like $1 million?
$1 million! I just kind of feel like I get my money's worth, right? I would pay $1 million. I would pay the exact amount. Not 1 penny more, not 1 penny less. I don't know why the D live stream's frozen. I don't know what to tell you. It's not me. It's not me, dog. My shit's fine.
Call now. To order the firm and receive your free 20 questions about fitness video, call 1-800-810-4646. That's 1-800-810-4646.
Hey, refresh D-Live, guys. It should be better.
Shipping and handling to the firm. Department 2, Richmond, Virginia, 23280.
Last time on Pueblo 81009.
What?
Take whatever you want. The cars, the mansion, but not my consumer information catalog.
Oh, my God. I remember these stupid commercials.
Our catalog. I sent my name and address to New Catalog, Pueblo, Colorado 81009. This free listing of helpful government publications is mine, and you want to steal it.
Oh, Brad. I would never do that.
You can't remember a thing.
Amnesia?
Oh.
Marco, remember using this free catalog to send for these free and low-cost government publications on saving money, getting federal benefits, staying healthy, and the catalog is free.
We're going to help you get welfare.
Free.
Free? Information on educating our children?
Send your name and address to New Catalog, Pueblo, Colorado 81009. Don't forget, like Marco.
Marco?
Polo. Oh.
Aha, the studio's got this great show. It's Warner Brothers. Yes, but nobody told me its name. Hey, it's Warner Brothers. Tell me the show's name.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit unless you're going to play the Censored 13.
It's called...
Although I would say, even in the 90s still, I remember watching some Looney Tunes stuff. Older Looney Tunes shows, obviously, but they would still play the oh, forgiveness, please, fucking Bugs Bunny cartoons and the blackface stuff. Like, they still played it.
It's Warner Brothers.
But wait, there's more. The Animaniacs have come back home.
Reporting for work, sir.
To the Kids Network everyone's talking about.
Kids WB. And no grown-ups.
Animaniacs was great. Fucking great. Freakazoid better. Freakazoid was one of my favorite shows as a kid.
Weekdays at 3 on WGN.
Jumanji! Wait a second, guys. That's not The Rock. Are you telling me there was a Jumanji before The Rock Jumanji?
After 25 years in the jungle, Alan Parrish has come home. But he didn't come home alone.
He came home with Lewy body dementia, and he's gonna kill himself.
It's a stampede!
Kill himself in Jumanji, obviously.
Don't look back!
It's Robin Williams in the greatest movie adventure you'll ever take.
I don't know about that. I've taken greater movie adventures than Jumanji, even before Jumanji came out.
Jumanji, rated PG, at theaters now.
Yakko here. Let's travel back to visit my Sibs at the water tower for more Animaniacs. Keep your eyes peeled. Wacko might have a new Gookie. Then off to
Whoa, you can't say that.
Acme Labs where Steven Spielberg presents Pinky and the Brain.
I love the Steven Spielberg. Like, it was Steven Spielberg presents Pinky and the Brain. Steven Spielberg presents Tiny Toons. Steven Spielberg presents Animaniacs. Steven Spielberg presents Freakazoid. Like, it was his selling point. He really didn't do anything in the show. He's just a producer. You know, but I remember that. It was Steven Spielberg. Like, it was a selling point.
Followed by Freakazoid and Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim, great game, hard game, great game, was a pretty funny TV show.
Animaniacs!
It's Sister Sister, kind of like a two-way twister. Really, Sister Sister was on WB? I just always felt like Sister Sister was a UPN show. If you would have put a gun to my head and told me, was Sister Sister on WB or UPN, I would have guessed UPN.
We have a formal announcement to make. Kids WB will be right back. Sean!
I already remember this commercial.
Food. Sonic the Hedgehog pasta, new from...
That's not going to work. I didn't have that. Did anybody have that attachment for the Genesis? Comment down below if that's true. No, but I don't remember a fucking spaghetti attachment. I don't remember a spaghetti attachment.
From Franco-American.
Now you can play the sweepstakes where everyone wins.
Yeah,
The
rock
Sonic
and roll.
Cool.
Thank you, Ted Danson.
Kid, that's what Jelly World is all about.
I love you, Ted Danson. In a good place, you're fantastic. I always
Hey, Cosgrove, how come you never got married?
Because I like meat too much.
Yes.
You could be married and still eat a lot of
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That was fucking good. The guy who played Cosgrove was the dude from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. He did, but he was great. Goddamn, Freakazoid is amazing.
Prizes like Game Gear or your own Sega game station.
Very cool.
Under labels of new Sonic the Hedgehog pasta, everyone wins instantly.
I won.
Is this kid autistic?
To play with a purchase by Sonic Scratch and Scream Stakes, P.O. Box 656, Cedarville, New Jersey.
Fast moves, fast camera action, fast move. Oh, damn it. I was just about to send my in and I had it on my kitchen counter, but you have to send it in by 10/15/96.
0871.
Captain, we're out of Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal! Rats! But wait, put in look, it's Toucan Sam!
I say, a submarine? Whoops!
Come down here, you swab! Dive!
Oh my, I've been shanghaied!
Yes, my pretty bird!
Shanghai, you can't say that anymore. That's offensive to Asians.
Take us to Fruit Loops or else!
Well, just follow your nose to get to that fruity taste.
Oh, full speed ahead!
Ah, there's the orange, lemon, cherry, lime, and berry now.
Look, the treasure! A fruitful part of this complete breakfast.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
First off, where's your oxygen tank? Secondly, are you telling me that they make fucking diving masks specifically for toucans?
I'm really stuck in them.
The water would have got in there. And isn't your cereal soaking wet with salt water now? This is... Look, listen, I don't care what anybody... There's a lot of plot holes here. There's a lot of plot holes here.
Does this remind you of...
Oh, Unhappily Ever After. That's a chick from Manhattan. Nikki Cox. Jay Moore's now ex-wife. Even though he let her write a special for him so they wouldn't get divorced, and they got divorced anyway.
anyone you know?
Where are the Animaniacs?
We're gonna be hanging with you.
Every Monday through Friday here on Kids WB.
Say it again, louder.
Monday through Friday here on Kids
See, Unhappily Ever After was a spin-off of Married with Children.
WB.
Do you think they heard us? No, but they heard cattle.
Animaniacs Week.
They heard cattle.
Days right here on Kids WB.
She was hot. Now she looks like some sort of space witch.
You'll never guess what's coming up next on Kids WB.
So the guy who did Freakazoid's voice was the same guy who did the genie's voice in the Aladdin sequel, Return of Jafar. That's a weird, fun fact, I know. The guy who did... No, I wouldn't call it fun. The guy who did Freakazoid's voice, I also believe, was the guy who did Peter Venkman's voice in the Ghostbusters cartoon and did the Garfield voice in the Garfield cartoon, but then Bill Murray did the Garfield voice in the Garfield movie. I don't know, man. I remember the dumbest things. I don't know what situation I would ever have to remember these things.
All right, who else thinks that was completely uncalled for?
Yes, kids' cartoons now are really fucking... I will agree, they are retarded now.
Whoa! Look at that.
Thank you, Animal Mother. $5. Did you playing something? Did you say something? If you see something, say something. Hey, but we're doing member berries anyway.
I don't see why those Warner brats can't tease their own.
Great show, Pinky and the Brain, a spin-off of Animaniacs, which is a spin-off of Tiny Toons. Regular show was... I've never seen it. I stopped, watching, like, kids' cartoons. I mean, I still obviously was watching The Simpsons and An American Dad and South Park and shit like that. It may be good. I for what reason I'm going to put Cartoon Network on? Aqua Teen Hunger Force isn't on anymore at night, so then please tell me what's the point?
Own commercials.
Exactly, just saying, look what they took from us.
New Pocket Arcade from Sega. The only handheld games with...
Oh my God! It's basically one of those Tiger Electronic things, which is whenever like your grandma bought you one of these or whatever. It was like, oh, here you go. It's a video game, and it was terrible. And it would take a watch battery, which we fucking go to Radio Shack to get a goddamn watch battery, and the thing would die. Look, give me a Game Boy, please.
About screens, so they're here.
What? Hold on. What the fuck is Penn Jillette doing in this commercial?
And they're back. Amazing Sonic, Sega Sports.
That's amazing? That's not amazing.
More. Sega! Pocket Arcade. Don't get caught with anything else.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is on Adult Swim now, but they're not making new episodes anymore, are they? I thought they stopped making new episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Mortal Kombat 3 bashes
Oh, this thing.
its way into the R's.
The R Zone. All right, the R Zone was basically, for you youngins, was like this. Everyone's been thinking that virtual reality was going to get here a lot sooner than it did. Like, I remember in the fucking early 90s, it was like, VR. It was never that. It was never that. Even still, like, it's really good now, but it's not perfect. And the R Zone was like, it was just a Tiger Electronic thing that had a little screen over your eye. So you put it on your head, but you're just playing a little stupid Tiger Electronic game, like a Mr. Game & Watch that's stuck to your face, so it's extreme. And you can drink Mountain Dew with it.
They're right in my face.
You meet all your enemies
I can almost touch them.
in the R Zone.
I had one of those laser tag toys.
Mortal Kombat 3 lives in the R
Can you imagine that being your only copy of Mortal Kombat?
Zone.
Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
I remember this stupid commercial. Press 1 in the chat if that's true.
Goes down, pa 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 ooh mow mow, pa pa brain goes down. Fun, fun, fun. Pa 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 ooh mow mow, pa pa brain goes down. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Greasy, not fun. Pa pa ooh mow mow, pa pa ooh mow mow, pa 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 ooh mow mow, pa pa brain goes down. Once you pop, pa 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 pa, the fun don't stop.
Toxic Male Clips, which is AG. Yes, you did. You did see that. You're my age. I know you've seen that commercial. Shut up. He was in Sister Sister.
Tired of the same old superhero?
Yes!
Now there's Freakazoid!
Finally!
See something strange and mystical.
No! The crime fighter with the power to humiliate!
Now go on. Get out of here.
Sorry.
There are a lot of adult jokes in Freakazoid, too.
Go on.
Freakazoid, doing things his own way.
Prepare to be crushed.
That caveman's name was Royce. I thought it was funny. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, man, because, having a name like Royce, like, not many people have your name. So when somebody did, it was a big deal.
Okay, you win.
Just keep telling yourself it's only a TV show.
Today on Kids WB, Freakazoid.
The producers were all on acid back then, yeah.
Have you heard the news about Earthworm
Earthworm Jim?
We're number one! We're number one! Earthworm.
Who did Earthworm Jim's voice? Because that sounds a lot like Homer Simpson. Hold on. Wait a second. I need to know. Did that sound like Homer to anybody else? Dan Castellaneta. It's Dan Castellaneta. I fucking knew it. Dude, just by listening to the voice. It's Dan Castellaneta. Did the voice of Earthworm Jim. Because you heard that, right? And you go, I was like, is that Homer?
Have you heard the news about Earthworm Jim? We're number one! We're number one!
It's fucking Homer! Holy, this just blew my mind. Dan Castellaneta. It just fucking blew my mind. And I watched Earthworm Jim. I only had 2 seasons, but I did watch it when I was a kid because I liked the game a lot.
Worm Jim's better than the rest.
Better than pro wrestling.
The spineless one rules.
Was that supposed to be an insult? I really don't have a spine, you know.
And he looks pretty sharp doing it.
This suit really chafes my wings.
Watch and you'll agree there's just one word for it.
Ruby!
Earthworm Jim!
The galaxy's mightiest invertebrate.
Look at that.
Thank you.
You gave me a Batman the Animated Series flashback. It's not like Vietnam, though.
Oh, no, you're playing...
Just as soon as we take that man there and slap him in that box there and roll it into that vat of acid there.
Best Joker ever, Mark Hamill. Best Joker voice ever. Best Joker laugh ever. Batman the Animated Series was a great show. Really, really good. Really, really, really good.
Jim today only on Kids WB.
Are we mighty or are we mighty?
Definitely sounds like Homer.
And now back to Animaniacs.
See, so Mark Hamill was also was also on so you know they have the Flash TV show now on WB. Mark Hamill, there was actually a Flash TV show in the 90s. John Wesley Ship, I don't know, whatever the guy's name is. There was a Flash TV show in the 90s. And Mark Hamill played the Trickster. Mark Hamill played the Trickster in it, but the voice that he did was the...
Me, I've been jailing my heart. I'm just... Yes. Itching powder.
The voice that he did for the Trickster was basically the same voice that he was doing for the Joker.
Good. Happens when we don't sing, don't we? When your love is stolen from you. Like that Flash stole mine. You've got to do everything you can to win it back.
Wow, maybe that's something we should watch. We should watch some 90s Flash episodes. That's another show. I think it was only on one season, but it was a big deal to have that and actually in one episode he plays of the new Flash, he plays the Trickster again, but he's basically playing Joker. Here, watch. He's basically playing Joker.
I told everyone inside I'd let them live if they followed my instructions. But I tricked them, which is so me.
Give it up, Trickster.
And that guy, by the way, played Jay Garrick. That was the guy who played the original Flash in the 90s TV show.
The honor of allowing me to kill you.
So yeah, he did the same voice, which I thought was funny. Anyway, sorry. Back to the stupid commercials. I apologize. I went on a tangent there. That happens sometimes, guys.
Kid WB will be right back.
Best friends go everywhere together. Teach each other new things.
Actually, there seems to be a little boob
Memeber right here.
Stop it, Pinky! And share their true feelings.
If I could reach you, I would hurt.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. The 90s Flash show was fucking objectively terrible. It was not a good show. It was corny AF. They had like a $5 budget, but I remember it.
Next on Kids WB.
God, Pinky and the Brain was so good.
I'm an explorer at 77 Police Station.
We work out on the street.
Crowd control, work the front desk, and do fingerprinting.
Kid Cops. Kid Cops. We give them guns, and we see what happens. Kid Cops.
Police work. I like the teamwork they're doing here, and they show you discipline.
I'm learning to protect and to serve.
This is Officer Maria Barrera, a good example for young
Kid Cops. Let's give them handguns. I mean, no one wants to do this anyway.
female explorers.
Explorers always back each other up.
The teamwork here is outstanding.
Great. I feel great.
Exploring, because it's the best gang a kid can join.
Right. They legally get to beat up minorities instead of illegally.
This is
Hey, Holmes, I'm a policeman. Yeah, exactly. Why were they all minorities? You know why, Miami MILF. Come on now. They had to all be minorities. They had to show how diverse they were. They had to make sure that... You got to understand, this is in the height of the Rodney King thing. The whole Rodney King thing, and then the riots, the LA riots. That's why they were all minorities.
WGN Chicago. We now return to Kids WB.
Kids WB.
Next on Kids
What's next? What's next? I'm so excited. What's next?
WB, Steven Spielberg presents Pinky and the Brain.
Just say Pinky and the Brain. Stop with the Steven Spielberg presents. It's so stupid.
Today, your favorite lab mice will celebrate Christmas the only way they know how, by attempting to take over the North Pole. That's right, it's a Pinky and the
I think my favorite episode of Pinky and the Brain is when they play Jeopardy.
Brain Christmas. Then
I remember Rocko's Modern Life. I used to love Rocko's Modern Life. Have you watched the new Rocko's Modern Life on Netflix, the movie? I watched it, think I'm getting some member berries. The entire episode was about Mr. Big Head's son being trans. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making some joke. I'm not. That's what this show was about. The entire movie, which could have been funny because it was like they were stuck in space until the 90s, since the 90s, and then they came back and they were all amazed at technology. The entire movie was about Mr. Big Head's son being trans. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making it up. I stopped towards the end. I'm like, I'm not watching this anymore. What am I watching this for? It was really, really, really weird. Yeah, you like the theme tune Rocko's Modern Life because it was the B-52s. You're just a big B-52 fan. I bet you also like Rock Lobster and Love Shack.
Stay tuned for Freakazoid and Earthworm Jim. Happy holidays from Kids WB.
Well, Ren and Stimpy scared the shit out of me. Well, I mean, figuring out the creator later on was like, diddling kids doesn't help, right?
Set 3 extra places. We're coming over for dinner.
As long as you're not having tuna wiggle again.
I'm having tuna wiggle. Please don't come to my house.
Next, we take you inside Acme Labs for Pinky and the Brain. This ought to be good. If you have any questions, don't ask the Brain. He's a testy little fella. Our tour will then visit Steven Spielberg Presents Freakazoid, followed by a rendezvous with Earthworm Jim.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Please stop! I'm telling you, nobody delivers the comedy like Kids WB.
It's a network for kids, and it's really funny.
Jerry Lewis ref, even in the 90s, was really, really old. You know what? He's doing a Jerry Lewis reference, right? But it's still pretty old.
Kids WB will be right.
Ah, dude, it's what's his face from Down Periscope and Half Baked. What's this guy's name? You guys, the first thing I think of him is Down Periscope. I thought that was a funny movie. It probably doesn't hold up. It's probably terrible. Oh, I haven't watched it in years. But when I was a kid, I liked Down Periscope. And the dude from Half Baked.
Right back.
Harlan Williams. Harlan Phil Chang, you fucking autist. Harlan Williams. All right, it's Harlan Williams. Jesus Christ. Now my whole chat's Harlan Williams.
He's the epitome of evil. And he's on the prowl in the third dimension. It's Wario. The diabolical one has gone 3D, where evil runs deep and danger comes out of nowhere in the most...
Is this a Virtual Boy? Oh, the Virtual Boy. Oh, Nintendo's probably biggest flop. Holy fuck, man. I tried that. I never actually owned one, but I tried it out like at a Sears or something, the game display. I remember having a terrible headache. I was playing Mario Tennis, I think. Again, you weren't ready for VR. They were just trying to force virtual reality. And it was just this red, headache-inducing garbage.
Most incredible adventure ever seen on Virtual Boy. It's Wario Land, a 3D game for a 3D world.
Wait till they get a load of me.
All right, that's a Batman reference. Did anybody... Okay, here's one. I got one for you. I do have one for you. Did any of you own a Virtual Boy? Because I know everyone's played it because, like I said, it was like you said, Toys R Us, KB Toy Stores, Sears, all these different places had it, so you could play it. Target, there you go. So you could play it pretty much anywhere. Era, you owned a Virtual Boy? I mean, just somebody had to. So far we have one person, two Furious Cabbage, three people, the boss. Okay, three. I got it as, okay, so three. We got three. 4. HE, you had a Virtual Boy? Waterman, my cousin, well, that doesn't count owning it. So 4. 5. No, 4. 5. Now we have 5. Damn, that's not bad numbers considering. Why wasn't it more popular? They only made like 5 games. Never. I tried it too and it was awful. It was fucking awful. Yeah, how many games did it come? It was like 3 or 4 games, right? 14 games, the whole collection. There you go. Wow. That's a lot more games than I even thought. Sega Game Gear was lit too if you had 560 batteries. I had a Game Gear. I had a Game Boy and I had a Game Gear. As a matter of fact, one of my best Christmases ever was my grandmother buying me and my brother a Game Boy. So we each got a Game Boy. So we actually got to use the connection cable. You know, because we had it like that. And then I got a Game Gear. And then the Game Gear was bad. But again, like I said, like they've gotten a lot better with batteries and batteries staying charged because, man, back then it would just be fucking there's got to be so many just AA batteries sitting and rotting in a garbage dump today till to this day, right? Because of the Game Gear. My Game Gear lived with the AC adapter plug-in. Yeah, I know, Eric. I know you're right. I also had like the car plug, right? But the problem with that is in the car plug was a hot commodity. You know, my parents were probably using it for something, so I just couldn't use it. And that was back in the day, you fucking losers. You kids don't even know any of this stuff. Back in the day, there actually used to be a coil that you would stick in the AC adapter in the car. It wasn't just a thing that you would plug, you know, and you use it to light cigarettes. Cars used to have ashtrays. Children, but that was a hot commodity. But didn't that kill the whole point of it being a portable console? Like if you had to be sitting next to a wall. And I also remember that I don't know if anybody else's schools implemented this, but and no, I'm gonna take listen. Memeber are gonna happen, guys. That's what this show's about. I don't know if anybody else's schools did this, but did anybody else's schools tell you weren't allowed to use their plugs, like to plug in your Game Boys or your Game Gears or whatever, like so like you weren't allowed to use their outlets. You weren't allowed to use school outlets. And I kept thinking to myself, like, these things take so little energy, it wouldn't even make a fucking dent. While they would leave the lights on. Like, I love these fucking schools, right? Like, they would leave the lights on all the time, and they would set the AC at, like, 55 degrees. But they thought that me plugging in my Game Boy to get a little bit of juice was the problem. We weren't allowed to have our Game Boy. We were allowed to have we were allowed to have a Game Boy in school, and you could use it like at recess and stuff, or at lunch. Yeah, I smoked in high school. I smoked, and I'll even tell you, and you're gonna laugh. I used to smoke. It was only for like a year, maybe 2, but Newports, menthols. I swear to God, stop. All right, I told you I was a wigger when I was younger. A cigger, because I'm a spick. A cigger. But I guess no. There's a name for Hispanic wiggers. They're called Puerto Ricans. And I did. Shut up. I know. Hey, Mitch, don't even play. I smoke Newports. Smoking one right now. You know, I've done a lot of stuff, and I think smoking Newports is the thing I'm most embarrassed. And I've done the things to be embarrassed about. I think smoking Newports might be the thing that I'm most embarrassed about. Not smoking, because everybody fucking did it when they're younger. But, yeah. God, I remember buying nickel bags when they were actually $5. Right? I remember that. And I remember just being... This might just be me, but you know, back then, man, weed was shittier back then. It's not like weed, man. Now it's just a bunch of stems and a bunch of seeds. The seeds would pop if you didn't pull them all out. They would like blow up in the pipe while you were trying to hit them. It's terrible. I smoked Reds. Like I never liked Marlboros, and then I just stopped. Yeah, I just stopped. You know, you could always tell the kids that did coke because they had the parliaments. Yeah, and I remember the gas station by the Burger King I worked at. The guy was cool that he would sell us cigarettes even though we were under 18. Yeah, man, dude, fucking, it's weird. Like, if I never did this show, I would just forget like so much of my past because I only think about this stuff because I'm reading what you guys are saying and talking about my. I would just. It would be something that would eventually get deleted from my brain. I think when your brain gets full, it just deletes things, or not even deletes it, but puts it in like long-term storage where you probably never access it again. Our hash used to have bits of plastic. A lot of people's hash had plastic in it. You used to smoke Camel Wides and you used to smoke unfiltered. People that smoke unfiltered cigarettes should be on some sort of fucking watch list. Back to commercials. Whoa! Rice Krispies treats. They don't make them anymore. They have frosted Rice Krispies, which suck my cock. Rice Krispies treats were the alpha cereal. See, Mitch, we still got back to talking about cereal. Rice Krispies treats were the alpha male cereal.
Excuse me, what are they doing in there?
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treat Cereal Taste Test.
Treat cereal.
Why would they have adults taste testing? It doesn't make any sense.
Good afternoon, ladies. Oh, look, treat cereal.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you making fun of trans people the 90s? Are you making fun of the trans... Are you not respecting some of these people's journeys? The 90s? Huh? Unbelievable. Put them on a watch list again. SPLC, you're not going to do anything about the 2 kids from the Rice Krispies commercial?
My boys love that. Oh,
Yeah, you're right. Cross-dressing was the go-to joke in the 90s. It was. You're right. I agree with you.
make a delicious part of a complete breakfast.
Hey, we do what it takes for treat cereal.
Whoa, that's a man's voice. That's not a woman's voice.
You girls sure brought your appetites. Absolutely.
So is a taste test like just for women? It's a weird group.
As the holidays arrive,
Oh my God, Dracula Dead and Loving It?
darkness descends,
As you step cautiously into...
I love Leslie Nielsen, but this movie was trash. Big Naked Gun fan right here. One of the biggest Naked Gun fans you'll ever see. I loved all of them, all three of them.
The night, nothing can prepare you for this. Leslie Nielsen is Dracula in a Mel Brooks film.
And it was a Mel Brooks film, which again broke my heart too, because, man, Mel Brooks movies were usually right on point, but Dracula Dead and Loving It was... Ooh. That was a rough one.
I still got it. Dracula Dead and Loving It. It's good to be dead. Rated PG-13. At theaters now.
And the question is, do you know where to find the Animaniacs weekdays?
Monday through Friday here on Kids WB.
Kids WB. The voiceover guy was great.
That's Monday through Friday here on Kids WB.
How do you like that?
We like it very much.
Animaniacs weekdays only on Kids WB. They say everyone should have at least one really good suit.
23 skidoo!
Dan Castellaneta, baby!
Earthworm Jim has the best.
What are these buttons for?
Dan Castellaneta was also great as Gary Merbles in the Parks and Rec episode, the NPR episode.
Today on Kids WB, catch Earthworm Jim.
I wish. I fucking wish.
We now return to Pinky and the Brain.
Look, you're under contract. You have to do these fucking stingers. Sorry. T and Tamara.
A sudden suit malfunction prevents Jim from announcing that Pinky and the Brain will be right back.
Come on in, Bat Baby. The water's fine. Splish splash, it's fun.
I remember this stupid commercial. God damn it.
Taking a bath, splashing with your Cabbage Patch Kid. Baby! Her bath seat floating pretty neat. Baby never looks so sweet. Bath, pretty please, give your whale a squeeze. Whoa.
There was only two genders. Bring that back, please. It was okay for kids to have fun. We didn't shove our propaganda down with guns. It's, again, like, it's stupid, obviously, it's for kids, but it was just easier. It was just boys and girls. There was girl toys and there was boy toys, and that's what it was. And now if you fucking see commercials for toys, which are rare, like, really, kids don't really buy toys anymore, but when you do, it's like a girl playing with G.I. Joes or a boy playing with a Barbie. It's really fucking just terrible what's happened.
Real shower! Kids are squirting for hours. Splish splash, look who's loving their bath. You and your Cabbage Patch Kid.
Look at them enforcing heteronormative. You're right. Look, we're watching 90s cartoons, and if you just filter by today's SJW bullshit, this is a hate crime. This Cabbage Patch Kids commercial is a fucking hate crime.
For every kid. Cabbage Patch Kids sold separately.
And now, another Kids WB.
I just want to watch Pinky and the Brain.
Brain Drain.
Attention Kids WB viewers and all the ships at sea. We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to...
All right, let's see how many Pinky and the Brain fans are actually in here. Let's see how many different ones we get. Hey, Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? It's going to take a second. Let's see what you guys say. Let's see if you guys remember any of them. Hey, Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? Now, chat, fill in the lines. Fill in the lines. Your favorite one. Hey, Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? My favorite one is, I think so, Brain. But where are we going to get lederhosen at this time of night? No, you idiot.
to bring you this...
Give me that, Pinky.
Oh, interruption. Go ahead, Brain.
Today's brain drain is...
Pinky equals Owen Benjamin, and Pinky and the Brain is Owen Benjamin and Vox Day. God damn it, you're right. Fucking live action Pinky and the Brain right there. I think so, Brain, but without ears, we'd look like weasels.
Who was the first African American to be chairman of the president's top military advisors? Colin Powell, Colonel Rimfire, or Thurgood Marshall?
We'll be right back with...
this like real, like a real quiz for kids?
The answer.
I had a weird dream last night. My Looney Tunes Tronics disappeared. Then I saw my mom with my Tweety headphones and cassette player. My dad and my Bugs.
I think so, Brain, but the Rockettes, it's mostly girls, isn't it? That's a fun. See, everything. Some of you are remembering them. See, that was good. Okay, Blues Doll, we need Pinky and the Brain with Vox and Owen voices. I am all in for that. If she wants to undertake that, I am all in for that. I think so, Brain, but pants with horizontal stripes make me look chubby. That's good. Maybe, Brain, but why do hot dogs come in packages of 8, but hot dog buns come in packages of 10? These dude, fucking Pinky and the Brain, underrated. What a great kids cartoon. God, I miss fucking shit like that.
Radio cassette.
Maybe just miss my childhood and not existential dread every day. I don't know.
Quarter and head.
I don't know. Maybe that's why I do all of this.
Phones. And my brother had my Taz radio headset.
Taz radio headset. The fucking, again, 3 batteries, AAAs, and they never worked.
Looney Tunes Tronics. Real fun, real sound. Only from Toshiba. Sold separately, batteries not included.
Enter the Big Red Boat Sweepstakes. See your Looney Tunes Tronics dealer for details.
And now the answer. Colonel Rimfire was a big game hunter who appeared opposite Cool Cat. Thurgood Marshall was the first black Supreme Court Justice.
Let's be honest here. Hold on.
Colonel Rimfire was a big game hunter who appeared opposite Cool Cat. Thurgood Marshall was
black-ish. Thurgood Marshall looked like Winston Churchill in blackface.
the first black Supreme Court Justice. So General Colin Powell was the first African-American appointed chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
If I were chairman.
I love that one of the joke answers was a cartoon hunter that just had a black name. Because that was the question, right? Like, which one of these here? And they just thought Colonel Rimfire was a good black name.
Rimfire was a big game hunter who appeared opposite Cool Cat. Thurgood Marshall was the first black Supreme Court Justice. So General Colin Powell was the first African-American appointed chairman of the Joint Chiefs of...
Henry Kissinger in blackface. Okay, you know what? That's actually closer. Vegeta might be right.
Staff.
If I were chairman, I could be in a position to surreptitiously seize control of the combined military forces of the U.S.
Hey, God, that's brilliant, Brian! But wait, no, you still have to report to the president. Oh, in Congress, a bunch of sticklers with their checks and balances. No, sorry.
Fucking A, man. Pinky saw it coming. And Pinky saw it coming. And we didn't listen. Pinky saw it coming. And we didn't listen.
Won't work. What's the best thing to do the night before Santa comes?
Spend it with us. On our very own Christmas special.
If you're Jewish, go to a Chinese restaurant because everything else is closed. It used to be anyway. I don't know how it is now. When I was a kid.
Before the big guy with the beard drops down your chimney, spend Christmas Eve with Yakko, Wacko, and Dot in our first ever primetime special right after Pinky and the Brain. Hello, Christmas Eve.
Take two things you like.
I remember the Mask cartoon, which was really weird to me. To have a Mask cartoon, because the whole point of the Mask was a human being a cartoon, and then he's just a cartoon that's a cartoon.
Your classmates and a music video. Put them together. Rockin'.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll. I got one for you. This just made me think of something here. And we'll move on from the member berries here in a second. But I did title the episode Member Berries, so you should have known what was fucking coming. I got one for you. Do you guys remember this?
Rock and roll show on television.
Here it is. Here we go.
The hottest new rock and roll show on television. It's all about kids, with kids, and for kids. Grab your socks, get ready to rock. It's Kids Incorporated.
By the way, this is the fact. Dan Schneider was going to name his company Kids Incorporated, but was already taken.
Hey, we got something that is new, that is true. We got something just for you today.
That's Fergie. But for those who don't know, That's Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas. It's Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas. Kids Incorporated, K-I-D-S. Oh, looks like we made it. We're Kids Incorporated. Yeah, you're right. Kids Incorporated. Okay, so those who don't know, because I get it, there's a lot of young people. So Kids Incorporated was, I would say, would you guys say it was the origin of Kids Bop? Where they would have kids just sing popular songs at the time, but they would have their own like little twist. Here's one. Here. And it was always terrible cover. What I want. Totally, by the way, totally straight guy. We're here with totally straight guy. Can we all say here, totally straight guy? To handle, like a flame that burns a candle, while the candle feeds the flame. Yeah, yeah. Well, you. Thoughts and dreams and scatter, and you pull them all together. How I can't explain. Oh yeah. Well. Yeah, someone said it earlier in the chat, but. It was like Glee before Glee is the only way to describe it. So the bunch of kids that apparently were famous for doing cover songs, that really was the basis. I'm not being facetious here. That really was the basis of the show. God damn, man. The fucking thinking of this stuff is so weird. I remember this. This was on Disney Channel, I believe. Oh yeah, you make my dreams come true. On the night when bad dreams become a screamer. It's fucking Italian horn. We get it. Yeah, Italian. So they would do these fucking covers of songs. I'm trying to find other ones here. But they were never good. Like, there's some kids that could sing, so it's not even like, oh, you kids just can't sing. Like, there were kids that could sing, but these kids could not sing. They were here. That was a cool kid, by the way. You could tell because of his haircut. That was the cool kid. Fucking Kids Incorporated. Fucking Kids Incorporated, baby. Was the best. It was weird. It was such a fucking out there show. Here, hold on. Ooh, oh, we got a cool one. Kids Incorporated. So cool. So very, very cool.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can keep track of visions in my eyes. While she's deceiving me, it's 'cause my security has she got control of me. I turn to her and say, don't you blame on the guy in shades, oh no.
Don't mess around with the guys in shades, okay? Don't. And it was a lot of older songs. They always used to do like a lot of older songs. Oh, the video's not on? Oh, sorry guys, you wanted to see the sexy kids. I apologize.
Don't masquerade with a guy in shades, oh no. I can't believe it, you got it made with a guy in shades, oh no. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can forget my name while you collect your claim.
That's not by the way, okay, look, here's the other thing. You could tell that their budget was low. Because she doesn't even have like a keytar, which for those who don't know, it's not really used a lot now, but it was a keyboard that you could hold like a guitar, right? She just has a regular keyboard. Just around her neck, right? Like, it's not even a keytar. It's a regular keyboard.
Whoa!
Look at that. Miami MILF.
How dare you, sir? The Great Martika came from Kids Incorporated.
Who? Oh! Martika. I haven't thought of Martika in 5 billion years. Did she really come from Kids Bop? Let me see here. You guys remember this? Hold on. You guys remember this, right? She did. Yes, I remember. You're right. Move under my feet. What a fucking... So two people. I wear my sunglasses at night because I lost my regular glasses. Okay, that's fair. If they're prescription, I feel you. But you know what? The thing is, Roots Calhoun, that's not as good of a song. I wear my sunglasses at night because I lost my prescription once. It doesn't roll off the tongue, and it also doesn't make you seem cool.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can see the light that's right before my eyes.
None of them actually played instruments either, which used to bother me. Like, they would have all these instruments like they were actually... None of them played. None of them played that. I feel lied to! Comment down below if that's true. Comment down below if you feel lied to by Kids Incorporated. Look, I knew we were going to do Member Berries today. I didn't think I would ever think of Kids Incorporated again for the rest of my life. Seriously. Like, I never thought that would happen. And now, here we are. We're watching Kids Incorporated on a Tuesday morning on YouTube. Is it the end of the world? Sure. It probably is the end of the world. I think it is. I think everything's gonna end. But if we're gonna do that, wow, I'm trying to see, like, they did a lot of if we're gonna end the world, right? If we're just embracing the nihilistic stuff, there's only one thing to do. There's only one thing to do, and we're gonna do it together.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stomping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at. You find out if you do that.
Oh, a place to stay.
Get your booty on the floor.
Make my day. Oh,
Weird that kids are singing that, right? I mean, I was thinking of the song, but I really didn't remember the words. It's kind of weird that kids are singing that, right? I don't want that little girl to be getting her booty anywhere near me. Actually, get your booty away from me! Get it away! No, don't go towards Anthony Cumia. Whoa, no. Ah, we lost her.
a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day.
Please don't want to fall off the stage. That would be funny.
Make my day. Make my day.
Oh, little pitchy dog. That's a no from me. That's a no from me.
Make my day.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are
This is why ISIS hates us. Well, that and bombing their schools.
jumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. 'Cause that's where the party's at. And you
Royce, this hurts. I'm sorry. You're right. This is not. Look, I am hurting you guys. And why would I do that? Like, there's no need. There was no need to hurt you. There's no need to make you guys make you feel bad, so I won't. I won't do that. I won't do that to you. You know what? I'm not the kind of guy. I'm not the kind of guy that would do that to you.
Face to face, my reflection in your eyes.
Woo, pitchy.
I was scared to say too much. Perfect strangers.
Wow, this is a treasure trove, folks.
Almost close enough to touch. Staring at my shoes, feeling so confused. Shot down without a gun.
Look how cool he is.
Mama hit and run. Won't you call me? Call me. No time.
Towards the end there, they weren't getting, like, the rights to 1985. So, like, I'm thinking of these shows like it's not even like the show was on for a lot of years from what I'm seeing here. Sorry. The show was on like 80, 85, 84, 86, 88, 87. I honestly, I guess it was reruns because I honestly thought that it was I thought that it was later than that, but I guess not. I mean, I was only 3 during the first season of Kids, if this is correct. Like, for example, this great hit. Look at this great hit. Look. It looks, Kids Incorporated looks like Cheryl Weinshank's fucking set for her smoking show. By the way, all those guys are straight. They're totally straight. Don't you dare say any different.
Looks into your eyes, takes you to the clouds.
She could sing all right. What a haircut, by the way. What a great haircut.
How will I know if he really loves me? How will I know? But a few shy can't be falling in love. It's so bittersweet. This love is strong, why do I feel weak? Oh, wake me. I'm shaking.
What door do I go in? I don't know. How will I know? You're a little young to be worrying about love, by the way. There's no such thing as love at that age.
Have you near me now? Said there's no mistake.
Books don't go on the head. They go in your backpack. Thank you, Robbie. Don't care. Finally figured it out. Books don't go on the head, stupid. They go in your backpack. Or your locker. This show was setting a bad example. Can you imagine if this is the worst example we had nowadays? Be like, oh, kids singing, I guess that's fine. Like, this is better. At least they're not. None of these kids were trans robots. Wow, those guys really straight.
How will I know? How will I know? Love can be deceiving. How will I know?
How will I know if he really loves me? You guys are fucking. You can sit here now. I know you're judging me. Oh, Royce has pulled this old stuff. This is the show. Really? I'm going to watch Royce's show. He's playing old clips. Fine. Every one of you motherfuckers, every one of you right now is tapping your foot or bobbing your head. And I just caught you doing it. I caught you doing it. Wait a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that Mario Lopez? Is that Mario Lopez? Is Mario please, I need to know. Is that Mario Lopez? Yep. Other former cast members who have seen success. Mario Lopez. That's Mario Lopez. I didn't know. Apparently, Jennifer Love Hewitt was on the show. Brian Friedman, Brian Poth, Shane Wilson. I had no idea that AC Slater. I had no idea that AC Slater was in Kids Incorporated. This just blew my fucking mind. You mean Mario if it's trans running over with a Van Lopez? Yeah, that's the guy. I fucking love Mario Lopez. Look at the guy dancing on his own. Don't you guys have to feel bad for him, right? Where these chicks rather dance with each other than that poor. Look at the poor kid. Poor kid, back left, not dancing with anybody. Nobody wants to molest him. The Unmolestables. Now that's a Lifetime movie. He's doing the moves, but nobody's dancing with fucking seventh wheel. He's a seventh wheel. You're right. You fucking seventh wheel. Most of the singers, yeah, I'm actually reading through some of. So, let me see who's some ones that the group members range in a. Okay, so here's what it is. Kids Incorporated, also known as Kids, is an American children's television program that was largely youth-oriented program with musical performances by an integral part of every episode. The pilot episode was shot September 1st, 1983. The show had aired from September 1st, 1984 to May 25th, 1986 on the Disney Channel, November 3rd, 1986. February 1994, reruns aired on the Disney Channel until 1996. So Disney milked this show for 10 years after it ended. No, like, how can that be right? The show aired in syndication. Oh, and then it aired on the Disney Channel from 86 to 94. So Disney only milked it for 2 years. Okay, I get it. The show revolves around a group of children and teenagers who perform their own rock group, Kids Incorporated. They struggle to deal with issues ranging from crushes, peer pressure, to child abuse. Child abuse. While performing regularly at a local former music club called The Place. The action takes place with the abstract stagey sets, and the plots involve many fantasy elements, such as a group meeting a robot, a runaway princess, and even a wisecracking bicycle. This is my favorite kind of bicycles, wisecracking ones. In addition to the performances on stage, the group would break into song when they were off stage. The cast, mainly children, the only recurring adult co-host members were Moosey Dreyer and Sean O'Dorian. Who played blah, 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 cast member. Stacey Ferguson, which we all know as Fergie. Then there was a Moose Dreyer, I don't know who that is, a Rashawn Patterson, a Renee Sands, a Marta Marario, Jerry Shalile, Jennifer Love Hewitt was in it. I didn't even remember that Jennifer Love Hewitt was in it. And others. Like I said, it was this Marquita and Mario Lopez, Eric Balfour, Brian Friedman, Brian Poth, guest stars. David Hasselhoff was in an episode of Kids Incorporated. Did you know that? Damn, what a weird show. Who produced this show? I'm curious as to who. Created by Thomas Lynch. Pretty much the only thing. Oh, no. Thomas Lynch. He did. Oh, okay. The New York Times referred to him as the David E. Kelly of tween TV, a reference to a prolific and array of successful television shows aimed at ages 8 to 14-year-olds. He has created several hit teenage children programs such as The Secret World of Alex Mack. Remember that? Alex Mack, excuse me. The Journey. I don't know what that is. Caitlin's Way. I don't know what that is. Scott Safari. I don't know what that is. Lynch also created TBS music video series Night Tracks. I don't know what that is. Kids Incorporated. I know what that is. In 2000, he also executive producer for the dramedy Skate. Don't know what that is. Just Deal. Don't know what that is. 100 Days of Eddie McDowd. Don't know what that is. Romeo. Don't know what that is. South Nowhere. The N. There was a show called The N. What is The N? Oh, The N was like a channel. Was like a tween dramedy channel. Donation to the Unmolested Funds. Thank you. Well, somebody needs to fucking think of the unmolested kids. And that's what we do here. That's what we do here. Oh, yeah, here, I found it. Broke
my heart. Because I couldn't dance. You didn't even want me around.
All right. Well, first off, why is David Hasselhoff hitting on this kid? That makes me feel uncomfortable, Dave. This is making me feel uncomfortable.
And now I'm back to let you know I can really shake him down. Do you love me?
David Hasselhoff was the oldest member of Kids Incorporated. Not many people know that. He was the oldest member. He was 43. Oldest member of Kids Incorporated. Watch me now.
Work it out, baby. Girl, you're driving me crazy. Just a little bit of soul now. I can mash potato. I can do the twist. Now tell me, baby. Do you like it like this? Tell me.
Do you love? I know. Hasselhoff is humongous act in Germany. For whatever reason, the German people have fallen in love with him. He was a huge act in Germany.
Now do you love me? Do you love me? Now that I can dance.
Patrick Swayze was a much better singer and better dancer. And a better dancer.
Watch me now.
Why isn't he dancing with any of the boys? It's kind of weird, right? All these kids got molested, right? Like, I'm not even trying to be that guy, but I just heard too much stuff about the Disney shit and the fucking Nickelodeon stuff. Like, they did, right? Like, they did. These shows are weird. Like, when it's an entire show, the entire recurring cast is just kids and only a couple of adults, like, right? Every one of them? I mean, I don't know if that's true. I don't think... Has Mario Lopez ever come out and said he was molested? I'm just trying to think. I don't think Zach Morris was molested. I think most of the Saved by the Bell kids were safe from being molested. The Hoff was on the Lolita Express. I didn't know that. But I don't mean David Hasselhoff molested anybody. I'm saying all the people like on these shows, right? Weird, right? It's really weird. I wouldn't mind Hoff molesting me. I guess you have to. I guess it's like Dave St. Chappelle said. It's like people get molested all the time. She get molested by fucking Michael Jackson. All right, one more Memeberries thing. I was going through the Stairway to Stardom thing, right? And I found this.
See Special, Part 1, appearing in person.
Stairway to Stardom, baby.
From the beautiful nightclub called the Bushes of Central Park West. And it's located in the fashionable Park Royal Hotel, right off Central Park West on 73rd Street in Manhattan. Our special guests tonight include singer Jerry Campbell, ventriloquist Susie Sears with Dilly, song stylist Rose...
Dilly's there? Dilly's there? Awesome.
Mary Peters and Jerry...
Hi, New York.
Sheldon, musical director Eddie White, talent coordinator Tilly Massey, and yours truly, Evie Day. And now introducing our favorite nostalgia man with songs to remember. Here's Frank Massey.
Hi. There are songs.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Strap in, folks. Strap in. We're in for some lounge singing here. This is that Stairway to Stardom thing that Frozen sent me the other day. We're in for some fucking fun here. Here we go.
To remember as years go passing by, how the memory will return with a song. All the
that high-pitched buzzing isn't hurting you, is it?
dreams set to music
It's not Tony Clifton.
and hopes that never die. You and I will have a song to remember. Hey, how about this one? We called it our song, Dance to This.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the Hyatt Regency Conference Center here in Midtown Manhattan. We're putting on a little show for you all. If you don't want to be filmed, I suggest you sit to the back. Do me a favor. If you're overweight, also sit in the back. If you're colored, sit in the back. Only ladies up front for this guy.
We sang a little, a lot, a little.
You're right. Everything in the 80s did have a buzzing sound. Gulag's right. The buzzing sound brings back to my childhood. Everything in the 80s sounded like it was about to explode. There was always a low hum. Every time you turn in, like even the TV on, like a lot of people don't, like the old school CRTVs, the one with like the knobs, there'd be a low hum every time I turn on. It was clearly giving us cancer, but what do we know? Thank you, Kez Dieck. $2. Thank you.
Laughed a little and we cried a little.
I don't like guys with rings. Like a wedding ring is fine. Like I'm fine with a guy with a wedding ring. That makes sense. But that's it. That's all the rings you need if you're a guy. And if you're wearing a class ring, if you're wearing your fucking class ring and you're older than 19, what was wrong with you? Why did you even? I didn't even get a class ring. I didn't buy one. I didn't want one for what? I want out of that fucking shithole. All VCRs buzz. You're right. No. You're absolutely right. They did. It was weird. Like, I know you guys, some people that might not weren't around back then are hearing this, but this was like, Gulag's right. This was the sound of like the 80s. Like there was always a buzz. Like there was always something humming or buzzing, and you would just get used to it because it was always on anything you would turn on. I agree. Well, the 90s were better than the 80s, sort of. The 90s, in many ways, might have been even cringier than the 80s, too.
What goes wrong? You and I will have a song to
You never noticed the buzz? You did. Your mind just blocked it out. I would just hit. I had money. I had it auto tracking on my VCR, so it was fine. I just, Dad usually took care of it.
with you beside me to keep.
People with Letterman jackets 2 years after they graduated is ridiculous. I had a VCR till 2010. Ghostbusters got stuck and broke up. One thing I'll never miss is a ruined tapes. Yeah, that's true, man. Tapes will get fucking... It was dicey, especially that VCR started getting older. You were waiting for it to rip up one of your favorite tapes. Also, if you have a Disney there's certain Disney movies on VHS that are worth like $500 now because they don't make them anymore. Look it up. Check it out on eBay. Seriously.
The memory strong. You and I will.
Miami MILF, nothing wrong with class rings. We weren't all molested in Jesus school. Some of us like the memory. Yeah, okay. Miami MILF. Up until what age are you wearing your class ring?
Love the Memeber episodes.
Thank you, Bad News. I love doing them. They're some of my favorite ones to do. Did you play any audio? Yes.
When the clock strikes
half past midnight,
time to head for golden light.
Is this Moon Man?
It's a good time.
Or Mac at Night, to be specific. I meant, look, fine, get a class ring. I don't care. But you're going to wear a class ring until you're 20? For what? Like, you want to be the guy with a class ring in high school? I mean, fucking college?
Have a song to remember.
The Kumia's dad, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Kumia's dad. Anthony Kumia's father.
Oh, thank you. What a beautiful crowd. Thank you very much. Oh, Wayne Newton, eat your heart out. Oh, I see so many familiar.
Oh boy, he's riffing now. He's doing crowd work. Here we go.
Your faces here, Johnny Lang, Al Greiner. Al Greiner is one of the finer vocal coaches around New York area. He's handled people like Judy Garland, Connie Francis, Alan Dale, just to name a few. And that's part of his crew over there. And some of them been on my show, too. There's Danielle Cusa.
So this guy, I'm assuming this was a public access show, right? Does he do crowd work? He does like crowd work for fucking 20 minutes?
Oh, pretty good. You remember when we did the jukebox thing on our show a few weeks ago?
Sure, the
here
old
it is.
40s
Oh,
song.
boy.
And, well, we had a...
One of Joe Coletta's conquests is on
yeah,
here.
Hey, can I have a kiss?
Oh, honey, don't get that carried away.
Oh, just a little kiss, huh? Give me a little kiss way you hot. What are you going?
This guy's pretty molesty though. Why is he fucking bothering this puppet?
On a miss.
I'll tell
way
you,
you hot.
Gosh, oh gee, what are you gonna lose? Give him a little kiss, Dilly.
Oh, thank you. Mwah. And I'll give it right back to you.
Oh, yeah.
Susie Sears and Dilly.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll tell you, we have a great group of people out there. We sure do. Yeah.
I love that he pointed the microphone to the puppet, like the puppet's the one that had the voice coming out. You saw that? He had first pointed the microphone to the puppet, like the puppet's the one that had the voice coming out of it.
Yeah, they look incredible. That's right.
Oh, this is so awkward, him doing the mic. Everything about this is so fucking just makes me feel awkward.
Oh, I see a great winner over there. Ooh, God damn it. Ooh. Susie, since you're Sears, do you have a mail order department? Why do you want to know that for, Dilly? Well, I'd like to order that mail. Now, Dilly, come on, don't...
I have to go get a train and have some fucking podcaster from upstate New York finger me on the tracks. That's for you, Coletta, guy who doesn't listen to my show anymore.
Embarrass me. Well, I can't help it if you're such a squire. Now, look, for your information, I've lived. Recently? Okay.
Oh, fucking aloe for that burn.
Dilly, watch your mouth. That's your job, not mine. Now, Dilly, who do you think you are? Well, I'm
To Jimmy Carter? I'm just thinking of a reference that would make sense back then.
the ambassador of goodwill. The ambassador of goodwill? Yeah. Well, I'll be good as she will. Now, Dilly, all kidding aside, I really would love you to tell the people out there what state you were born in. Bloody and crying like everybody else. And where did you grow up mostly? My chest and hips mostly.
Oh, God. These one-liners. These goddamn, like, fucking laughing, fucking head out of a laughing box one-liners are fucking terrible.
Well, since we're on the subject, what are some of your views, let's say, on being fit?
Rockland County's not upstate. Wherever the fuck he lives. In his shit town in New York. He's never invited me to his house. How would I know? We're just friends. I've been to New York several times. Joe doesn't invite me. So don't fucking get on me because I don't know exactly where he lives. Get on him. Somebody tell Joe that he's fucking not listening to my show anymore and he doesn't fucking invite me, even though I'm trying to get him to 1,000 subs. You know what, Joe? Joe's a real fucking... Look, pardon my French, all right? And seriously, I really apologize. If you have any kids, take them out of the room. Joe could be a real meanie head, and I don't appreciate that. You know, I'm so nice to him, and he's just a meanie head. But yet, seriously, do subscribe to Cousin Joe. He's almost up to 1,000. Let's get Cousin Joe up to 1,000. Let's help him out the best we can, folks. Let's help out old Cousin Joe. He'll never help me out, but help him out. You know, why would I want him to actually help me out? That would be weird, you know, actually having a caring friend who supported me. Who needs that in their life? Just give, and give. And Joe just takes. All right, guys, thank you for listening. 4 hours, I'll be back. Opening up the chest now here on D-Live for the guys that stayed over with me on D-Live. Bam, chest being opened up as we speak. 4 hours, I'll be back. I hope every one of you has a fantastic... Thank you for the members, by the way. A fantastic, amazing, wonderful, and productive day wave. Bye. Bye.
I don't want to wonder if this is a blunder. I don't want to worry whether we're going to stay together till we die. I don't want to jump in unless this music's thumping. down to the bottom